I'm relatively new to the radio game. I made the leap from print only a year ago. And the first thing that struck me about radio certainly was its immediacy and its intimacy.
I love radio because the radio is the theatre of the mind. It's the escape club. It's a place that you can go to and forget about the stresses of your day.
It's very, very informative.
Now, radio allows you to share the moments that matter through music. And no other medium has such a relationship with its audience.
Most of the shows that I listen to on radio, they speak to me, they speak to my life. So there's no way I cannot respond. I find myself responding spiritually most of the times.
I also get the opportunity every single day to challenge myself, challenge my mind, take it to places it's never been. And by doing that, taking people on this journey with me.
Kuningi engikufunda nge-radio. Iningi ingxoxo engiyitholayo efundisayo engenza ngihlale ngibusy.
The personal nature of radio is a chance for me to make a listener feel something, be it angry or sad.
Last week or week before that, there was a story about a little boy that was dragged to death by the car that was hijacked that he was in. That made me cry because I have a son his age, and just the thought of my son experiencing something like that, it broke my heart.
Radio is still the most effective and easiest tool to communicate news, to communicate anything.
Love radio. It's theatre of the mind.
I've learned how to talk to people. I've learned how to actually relate to people. I don't listen anymore just to answer, but I listen rather to understand. And that is why I love radio. It has taught me a lot.
I listen to various radio stations because I feel that there's a little bit of something that I gravitate towards.
I do interact with it. I wish there was a sort of like a PVR functionality that I can utilize.
And I think that people connect more to radio because it's direct, it's immediate, and it goes into the communities and bring you issues that affect the communities around.
Rata kamgo radio e thusa setšhaba ka hona. Kamgo radio
If una le something ko Senkopano ba re botsa una le eng ko Senkopano una le ho etsahalang di meeting.
Hi, I'm Barney Simon, and wow, what a personal moment. It was in the 80s doing the Sunday night show. I think it was called The Powerhouse. I remember Uncle Paul was still there doing his bedtime story, and I took a couple of calls as well, and we took this one call on air, and this guy said, I'm living in Hillbrow. I'm sitting on my own in my little apartment here, and I want to commit suicide. I had to keep him on the line and actually said, okay, I'll chat to you now, and I played a song, and I kept this guy on the line for about half an hour to tell him, listen, don't worry about it. I've got some lacquer music for you, and if you want to, I'll come over with Uncle Paul, and we'll have a chat to you. Don't jump and don't do weird things. And he wouldn't. If it wasn't for radio, I wouldn't have been able to save his life.
It's a medium which I myself use to inspire, to teach, and to educate, and to make sure that people are entertained in the same vibe. It's one of the most powerful mediums that I know of. So for me, radio is a medium that help people do better with their lives.
To me, radio is a relationship that two people have. Although we've got so many millions of people listening to us, they're all having a relationship with the radio, and I'm part of that.
And it's a companion in the car. You get used to listening to the music and listening to those DJs, and yeah, it become pretty dull and boring without radio. Like when you're traveling in a car, you're listening to the radio. If you are sitting at a bus stop, you're listening to the radio. That is your means to your source of information.
I don't know, I'd feel a bit empty. That would be me without radio, pretty much.
People take you with on their car journeys. They have you around when they're having lunch, and they also wake up in bed with you.
It goes with me everywhere. It's in the car, it's at home, it's on your phone, it's everywhere.
I can't personally think of a more powerful platform on earth.